everyone! Welcome to Laotian Language 101. This is the very first lesson, so bear with me. I'm a little new, and without further ado, we'll get into it. My name is Vaughn Ponsavan, and I am Laotian American. I was born in the U.S., but I grew up speaking Laotian. Can't read or write it, but I grew up speaking it. So, first things first, one thing you should know about Laotian is that it is a tonal language, meaning if you're not paying careful attention to the different tones that are being used, you might be saying the wrong thing. However, thank goodness for context clues. Even if you are saying the wrong thing, if you're using it in the right context, people will be able to figure out what you're trying to say. And more importantly, remember, we always appreciate people who try. Okay, so without further ado, first things first, let's learn how to say hello. Really simple. Hello is sabaidi. To say it a little bit slower so you can understand me or hear the different tones, it's sabaidi. That means hello. Now, if you want to say how are you, it's pretty similar. There are two different ways you can say how are you. First way, you kind of use the word hello in it, and it is J.A.O. sabai ba. J.A.O. sabai ba. So basically, to say it a little bit slower so you can hear the tone, it is J.A.O. sabai ba. Another way to say how are you is Pen chang dai. Pen chang dai. So again, slower, more slowly. Pen chang dai. So if you can hear it, there's a different tone there in the end there. It says you kind of go up. So pen chang dai. That's how you say how are you. So J.A.O. sabai di ba and pen chang dai. Now to say goodbye, a couple different ways you can say it, but the most common one you'll hear is Pai con de, which means I'm going now. Again, Pai con de. And to say see you again, it's in Laotian, I think it's a little more formal to say it because I don't hear it as frequently as I hear people saying Pai con de. So to say see you again, you would say La con pop kan mai. So to say it a little bit more slowly so you can hear it, La con pop kan mai. Okay? So again, normal way to say it, La con pop kan mai. If you want to say thank you. That's, we are also, honestly, I think I say thank you more in English than I do in Laotian just because, I don't know, I don't hear that very often. I don't know why. So, not because I'm rude, I'm very polite, and you'll learn that about me. But to say thank you, you would say khop jai. So, and I said that slow, so normally we would just say khop jai. So, a little bit slower, khop jai. To say you're welcome, if you don't know this about languages, some words don't translate directly. So the best way to say you're welcome would be more equivalent to say it's nothing, or yeah, it's nothing. So, and how you would say that is Bo pen yang. Okay, and to say it a little slower again, Bo pen yang. So, thank you, khop jai. You're welcome, Bo pen yang. Now, of course, the words that you should know, yes and no. So how do you say yes? Well, we have a couple different ways of saying yes. It's just like in English, you can say yes or yeah. And saying yes when you're speaking to an adult or someone who you respect, someone of authority, if they ask you a question, or if they ask you something that requires a response, you would probably say doi. Again, that's doi, which is formal, okay? Now, if you're just speaking with someone, you're being really informal, it's not necessarily rude, but you will hear this quite frequently, actually. If someone asks you a question, another way to say yes would be Again, that's okay, so you have doi and doi is more formal and way more respectful than okay. Now to say the word no, which you'll hear, it's kind of funny in Laotian, you'll hear this used a lot, just to say other phrases, but to say no, you would say ba, okay, ba. And something you'll hear a lot, when somebody asks us a question, and instead of saying ba, we would say or so like to say no, somebody asks you something and you're like no, oh no, say or you can, for yes, you can say and it's more a form of acknowledgement than anything else. They're not necessarily words, but you'll hear it quite frequently, or at least I do it a lot, and my friends notice that when I'm on the phone with my parents. So I think that about concludes our basic words for today, and next time for lesson 2 I will focus on numbers. Thank you for coming. Sabay di. Bye, Kanda.